Hello, Super.
Yes, I'm here.
Turn on therapy mode.
Okay, therapy mode is on.
The Mito Mobile Super by Mito Red Light is one of the most feature-packed red light therapy devices I've ever used. But is this new generation of smart red light therapy devices overcomplicating something that was traditionally rather simple? Let's find out. Okay, so first up, what do we know about this device? Well, it's a handheld battery-powered red light therapy device, though one could argue it's more of a smart alarm clock with red light therapy built in. It can be very easily held with one hand, great for treating your face, your elbow, wherever you may have a problematic area. The design itself is rather nice. It's in a plastic case with rounded edges, a physical button on one side, charging ports on the other. On the back, you have a port for this stand, which comes included. And as you will see there, it simply snaps on magnetically, pops off easy. If you use the provided plug, you can actually charge your device when it's sitting on the stand, which is pretty neat. The stand pivots, so you can use that for treating your face, for instance, or really good stuff. And on the front of the device, we have the 12 LEDs, which I'll unpack in a little bit more detail soon. But we also have the screen. Now, this screen is not your typical control panel and a timer that we often see on red light therapy devices. No, it does a lot more than that. You see, this device, yes, it is a red light therapy device, great for spot targeting and travel and portability, all those good things. But it also does a lot more. And a lot of these neat features are unlocked through the screen. In fact, some of these features don't even require the use of the screen. Hello, Super.
Yes, I'm here.
Turn on therapy mode.
Okay, therapy mode is on.
It's a little bit creepy, maybe unnecessary. Some people might like it though. Stop therapy mode. As well as its rather basic voice control feature, it also has some other features, such as a wake up alarm with a sunrise option. Kind of cool. It has an ambient lighting mode where the perimeter of the device glows a nice, soft, warm light. It has a screensaver with the date and time. It even has built-in speakers with Bluetooth. So you could sync this with your phone and play some music, or when you do your red light therapy session, the device itself will play some nice, calming, relaxing music. Now, of course, you can disable the music if you don't want it playing. What's quite interesting, I was playing around with this the other day, and I found I actually enjoyed the music. I've never thought of incorporating music while I use red light therapy. I suppose if you are using it in a relaxing way, then sure, why not? Finally, it also has a built-in sleep mode that uses the red light, and you can put it on a timer. I suppose you can run the music as well and slowly drift off to sleep as the device gets dimmer and dimmer. It's all pretty cool, but like I said, it's more than just a typical red light therapy device. But at the end of the day, that's what it really is, a handheld, battery-powered red light therapy device. So how does it stack up when it comes to red light therapy? Let's get out my spectrometer and we'll have a look at what these LEDs are doing. Okay, so first up from this reading, we see that there's 2 peaks of red and an interesting graph with the near infrared. I actually moved the meter around the device and took a couple of readings. Each reading showed a completely different result, as you can see here. But then I came in and had a good look at the near infrared light. As you can see here, the top starts around 810 and then goes up to 836. So there's quite a lot of light between that 810 and 830 or 840 nanometers. There's also another LED that's peaking around your 850, your traditional 850 near infrared light. When we look at the near infrared, we see it range from say 630 up to 690. It's quite a interesting blend of light they got going on here, and a different LED was a little bit narrower, 630 to say 670. So overall, there is quite a wide range of light coming from the device. You get an assortment of red light, you're getting your near infrared light in the 810s, which is really good, right up to the 850s. It's quite fascinating. Now, as for the power figures, I had a peak of 35 milliwatts over centimeter squared, an average across the face of 26 milliwatts over centimeter squared, and a total wattage output of 1.7 watts. But from a power intensity point of view, those numbers aren't too bad. They're all tested at 6 inches. Yes, you're going to get much higher readings in a Mito Red Light panel, for instance, but remember, this is battery powered. There were no EMFs coming from this, so there's no reason why you can use it a lot closer to the body without any issues. It does mean, of course, you're going to have to move it around to get full body coverage, but really that's not what people are buying this for. As for dosing, well, if you're after your 10 joules over centimeter squared for surface level treatment, you're going to need about 6 minutes with this. If you're looking for deeper penetration into the joints, you're probably going to need about 20 to 30 minutes to get adequate joules. But remember, that was testing at 6 inches. If you go closer, you'd shorten those times even more. All right, so how much does it cost? Well, it retails for $350 US. Discount code ALEX, ALEX, will save you 5%. So that brings it down to about $330. Shipping in the USA is free. If you ship it internationally, expect to pay $25 or upwards to get it to your door, which is good. Those prices also include this stand, which is great. And by the way, it comes with a 1-year warranty. Okay, so what do I like about the Mito Red Mito Mobile Super? I like the fact I've got a lot of LEDs in there. It's pretty cool. It's something we don't see in a lot of panels, let alone a small handheld battery operated device. So that is cool. The power readings are also sufficient for what we're using here, so no issues there. It is a nice design. It looks good, especially with the stand that comes with it. I like that. And I think it is a good price for what you're getting here. And speaking of what you're getting, as we've already seen, there is a lot in this device. It's a perfect device to put beside your bed. You can use the alarm clock mode. You can use the sleep mode. You know where your device is. It's always going to be charging on this dock. You can use it during the day and bring it home and charge it again overnight. The night-like feature, all of that stuff is pretty neat. If you're looking for those features and if you know you're going to use them, then yeah, it's a good product to buy. However, there are some downsides. First up, it's a little bit tricky to use. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, you'll know I'm a bit picky when it comes to operations and control panels and apps and all this sort of stuff, right? I like things to be simple, but there's no reason they can't be advanced and still be simple. This is a little bit tricky. It comes with a really good manual with all the different options and all the different modes. But even sometimes with the menu in front of me, trying to get into some of the menus was a little bit frustrating. You've got to swipe for some options. You've got to use a physical button for others. And as we saw before, you can also use voice control, which works sometimes, but not other times. And you have to be very specific with the commands you're giving. I think with practice and with time, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. But some people, if they're technophobes or not used to menus and whatnot, they probably wouldn't like this. I wouldn't be buying this for your grandparents if they don't have cell phones, for instance, because they're probably going to get a little bit frustrated just trying to turn it on, like I did for 20 minutes before I eventually gave up and used the manual. I was stuck in the settings mode. I didn't even know how to turn the device on. Turns out you got to swipe from one corner of the screen across. Again, the manual's there. I'm just blaming myself, but I thought I'd point that out. Secondly, though there's a lot of features in here, I do wonder if they could have done with a bit more polishing. The voice control isn't great, for instance. Some of the menus, I don't know if I'd trust this as my sole alarm clock if I had a big international flight early in the morning. If you know what I mean. The features are there, they could be really cool, but this isn't an Apple product. It's a red light therapy product with a few neat features added on. As for the use, it's hard to complain. I mean, the size is good. It sits on the docking really well. It looks good. I will get picky and say, I wish there was a USB-C charging port, especially if you take this away for a few days and you don't take the charging port, then you still have to take the bulky cable, which is a bit annoying, but not end of the world. And also because of all the wavelengths in here and the limited amount of LEDs, you're not getting the perfect blend of light that we typically see in Mito Red products. I'm getting super picky here. These aren't reasons why you wouldn't buy this. I can't have a negative section with no negatives. Okay, so who should buy this then? Well, I can think of 3 buyers. The first one is someone who wants a handheld battery-powered red light therapy device with a wide range of wavelengths. Your 810s, your 630s, your 660s, your 850s. Then this is going to do that job. Secondly, if you're someone that loves tech and gadgets and you can see yourself putting this beside your bed and using the alarm clock feature and the sleep feature, maybe using the speaker feature, having it there, being able to treat yourself when you're in bed, come back and set it on the charger to charge all day or night, then yeah, this is going to be great. I mean, it's going to do that job really, really well. Finally, if you're someone that is in the market for a handheld device and you are happy spending a little bit extra for some nicer features, you may not use them all, but you like the fact that they're there, then of course, this is going to be for you as well. But that said, it's always important to shop around and look at other options. Now, I've actually got two alternatives to the Mito Super, and now both of these are actually from Mito Red Light, the same company that makes the Super. You see, if you're interested purely in red light therapy and you want to get a product that can treat your face or your sore shoulder or whatever, you just want to tap into the benefits of red light therapy, then I wouldn't really recommend a device like this just because of the lower power and the smaller size. For the same price as this, you could get a small red light therapy panel. The MitoPRO 300, for instance, has 60 LEDs. It comes with this stand. It's going to put out a heap more power. It's got heaps of wavelengths, and it comes in at the same price. But of course, you don't get the portability aspect that you do with the Super. And if you really value portability, then check out the Mito Mobile Flex. Now, it's similar to this device. It has 12 LEDs and quite basic controls. You have on, off, a timer, red and the infrared light options. It's pretty simple. It's going to work really good, puts out a decent amount of power, but it's $100 cheaper than the Super. Of course, you're not getting all of those advanced features. This device is actually what I personally use when I'm traveling or for spot treating problematic areas. Now, if you know you want a handheld device and you're a little bit confused as to which one you should get, check out this video. I compare an assortment of handheld red light therapy products from various companies. I test them, I play with them, I measure their power output. I cover them all in this video, so check that out for a lot more information. Otherwise, leave any questions below and I'll talk to you on the next video.